feel that I've got the same thing. Solutions off all these blues. They all go away when you got nothing left to lose. You find the money when you got it or not, it can ruin what it is that you choose. So don't hang all your hang-ups on which gets blue. I don't put stock in no which gets blue. 'Cause you're in a bad ruin line. Trust me, I've seen them blue. There's a lot of pain that goes with hanging it on the blue. That's why I think you've got them rich kids blue.
Hi, welcome to the Coachella Valley Music Show. My name is Alex Burdon, and today we have legendary Reid and local legend Brad Mercer. I am so excited today. I really am. I can't contain it. They make me sit in this chair, but
I'm more excited.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done. I'm more excited than you are.
Are you?
Yeah, because
I think so.
I heard that Terry Reid was going to be on the show. Terry says, "Are you going to be on the show?" And I says, "You know, the only way I'll come on the show is Alex Burdon."
Well, I didn't know all this, Diane.
I know.
I didn't know this.
I've been interviewed by a lot of people.
I said to him, sorry to butt in.
No, it's all right.
Anyway,
It's okay.
I
He's
said
a buddy.
to him-
It's going to be
Anyway,
great.
what
So
I was
I said-
saying is, no.
So I said,
Anyway,
over there, Brad, I said, so who's interviewing me? Are you? It's usually me and Brad.
Right.
Mhm. Usually he interviews you.
He interviewed me, and he
Yeah.
says, you know, Eric's are you serious? I said, well, no, I didn't. Did I know? And then we got together and said, oh yeah, Eric's 60th birthday.
At the El Rey.
At the El Rey on Wilshire Road. I know, which was a hoot.
Oh, that was
She
great.
must have been just.
Oh, it was packed. I mean, oh, mate, it was a good gig.
That was a entire weekend event.
Yes.
It started Friday
Yeah.
with the Rock Walk, where they were inducted into the
That's
the
right.
handprint thing and the key to the city, and
Right.
then Mark and Brian. And I went on that whole day adventure with my dad, and I
Right.
said, "How the hell do you do this?" I mean, I could not be
No,
a
you
rock
don't like
star at 29. I was 29.
Oh, really?
When it happened, and I said I couldn't do this if I wanted to. I mean, this is unreal from start to finish. And then it finished with the El Rey, and it went on to Saturday, and
I was
Sunday,
there the last
and-
2 days, yeah. And I had to get out.
Yeah,
Right.
So we just decided Burton's daughter.
Yeah.
It's Alex.
It's great.
We're going to talk.
It's lovely.
that is so sweet. Thank you.
That's lovely. I mean, it's really sweet. It's great.
And I'll kiss you too, Brad.
I've known Eric. I've known Eric forever, it seems. You
Right.
know, and I mean, we talk all the time on the phone, and we this about this book and that book, and information about the Luftwaffe bomb in Newcastle and whatever, what planes they use. You know, certain very important information. based.
Whitley Bay,
And Whitley Bay,
and all that stuff.
And the sand races.
Newcastle Brown Ale.
Yeah.
All those
No, that's
things.
what the women drink. Have you seen the women?
Yeah. I could have been one of them, but I ended up in the United States.
I need to know. You saw her way back when, so she's got to have some story about it. Back in the day. I mean, she has to have some kind of story or pictures or audio.
Did you know me?
I mean, I've always wanted to know what Terry Reid was about. You know, when
Me and all.
you know, like 30 years ago.
Right.
30-year pictures.
Maybe.
All I
Yeah, I
remember is
guess-
Terry the way he is right now.
You know, the thing about Terry is when I was researching him, there's so much. I mean, he's done so much over his lifetime that I thought, if I didn't know him a little personal, that little tidbit, it would be overwhelming, like the things to bring up and what to discuss, because you've done so much. I mean,
You Google Terry Reid and the internet blows up.
right.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, he's unreal.
I'm just going to sit here and let you do it.
Oh,
You know, and the thing about
No, you know more about me than I do.
Terry.
We're going to come up with something I never heard of.
yeah.
The thing
and,
about
that's
you
true.
that I really enjoyed is your voice. It's just impeccable. I just cannot believe you could sing the phone book. I mean, they say that about a lot of people, but I think of blues singers. They sing the blues. Some country singers
it's
sing
true.
country.
It's stylized
You
to one thing.
are just unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah, I always like to do that. You remember, well,
I sort of.
that was, everybody had their niche when we all started in the 60s. So everybody, when England being as small as it is, one would never believe that so many different kinds of bands would shoot in different directions.
Right.
I think to America and all that invasion nonsense, whatever that was about, right?
That's something else I want to discuss with you.
At least they didn't have red coats on. So it's I don't know. It's sort of a semi. I go, what's this invasion mean? And so I think everybody over here sort of bagged it all together. But looking at it from when we were all coming up and looking at the different bands, I think what it was is every English band said when one band became really popular with a certain style
Right.
of something,
Right.
they got a niche going. Whoever was doing that thing went, well, screw them, we're not doing that anymore.
Right.
And we go in another direction.
I want to do something
We're
completely.
going to do,
opposite.
we're not doing that anymore. And it all go up in a different. So I think that explains why you had so many diverse bands.
And that's funny that you mentioned that, because looking back and discussing it with my dad,
Yeah.
who was part of that whole invasion thing, a
was
tidbit.
part of it.
I mean, a tidbit. I wasn't there, so
Yeah, right.
I only. My recollection is what's as good as that's on the internet and his voice and what he tells me. But I think that the Beatles, they were dressed up in these suits and they were made to have their hair combed a certain way. And I feel that the Animals didn't want to do that. They hated that.
No,
The checkered suits
hang on.
and all that.
Now, you've got
crap
this
they-
word come from, where did it come from? Liverpool. I was just there. It's no better. It still looks like a bomb site. Okay? I mean, the place is, Jesus. I mean, you have some people that live there. And now they got guns, so, it used to be razor blades and hacksaws and knives and stuff. But now they've come up a little, I mean, Liverpool is renowned for being very dangerous to live. Now,
It's not the best part of town.
Now these days, the Beatles, you see the Quarrymen pictures before they were Beatles. You watch these, and they're in leather jackets,
Right.
got a bit,
Rockabilly.
they're the rock, the leather Gene Vincent thing going on, like more than this.
Right.
And it's great musicians that they are. They come from the roughest place you would want to go.
Right.
And basically,
No one thought that anyone would
They
come
just
there.
blended all this rock and roll, which a lot of us did. But they're very Irish background, which is Liverpool. It's 80% Irish, right?
Really?
So, yeah.
I didn't know that.
So you listen to the harmonies of the Beatles, and you see that they're very prolific. But everybody's trying to figure why is they so different than everybody? But all the harmonies, having not studied but lived it, right? Is all the harmonies are based upon traditional Irish harmonies.
Right.
The way that John and Paul and George and that figure out these counterpoint harmonies.
Right.
So you've got Chuck Berry meets
And that's
the Irish.
you know, and
you know?
Chuck Berry, that
Oh,
you mentioned
yeah.
that was where you guys all
Yeah, where everybody
came from. I mean, you guys heard Chuck Berry, and that was like,
When
oh,
he
this
wrote
is
lyrics,
God. I
he
mean,
wrote lyrics. Chuck Berry's the only one, if you think about it, that wrote real time what was going on. Lyrics,
right.
you know, sort of it's.
Making out the front
It's
seat.
like the 50s.
You know,
Yeah,
Terry
he's
Reid-
talking about everything. I don't know what, but he's talking to white kids too. He's talking about a white reality, not
That is
just a
so,
black reality.
you know, and that's
Yeah.
amazing that you would, I mean,
Yeah.
Chuck Berry, the first tour that my dad had in the United States was with Chuck Berry. So, you know, it's amazing that he would mention Chuck Berry because it's just, that's where this British
Yeah.
grit
But
Yeah,
when
I
Terry
like that.
sings,
Came
he
from.
hears all those parts, and he was talking
Yeah.
about the harmony parts. He does. He
Oh.
hears them in his head.
Yeah,
and that's why he
amazing.
sings such a great singer.
When you're bred on it, it's great because I listen to, you know, like an Emma, she'll some nights you know, we get done, have a big good time, it's a big okay. She'll want to put on the Beatles and sing along, which is a little hard for me. I mean, you know, she's not Irish, but she's sort of Irish, but singing with them is hard enough for me. I mean, Jesus, keeping up with what harmonies they're doing. But
Correct.
it's, even now, I sit and listen to it. It's not just nostalgia. I go, oh, that's what he's doing on that third line. I'm still trying to figure out, and it still comes to me what different harmonies they're doing. It really was brilliant what they did.
And they didn't even know it. That's what's amazing.
Well, no,
Or they thought they did.
got just a bit. They knew what they were doing, but they fell into it naturally, you know. And I don't think they planned. Nobody plans those. You know, it's like your dad, like Eric. You know, and he came out. I was a big fan. I always learning. Oh no,
That's so amazing
big
to
time,
hear.
big time.
But you were performing at the same time.
Yeah,
he
but
was,
I'm a little
correct?
younger. 5 years.
Oh.
5 years back then. It's eternity. I mean, these are old guys. They perform
with all of them.
Yeah.
Stones.
I can't believe
Yeah.
it.
Eric Clapton.
When I,
Prince.
you know, I saw him at my dad's 60th birthday, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say I wasn't so familiar with
Right.
Carrie's work,
Yeah.
but you know, now, I mean, in those last 10 years since I've seen Carrie,
Yeah.
I'm blown away with what you've done for the music business.
That was great singing with Eric.
And we call it the Desert Invasion.
Yes.
Oh.
When he came over.
Yeah, red coat.
No, you just knocked me out. You know,
Nice.
You've done a lot for the music industry, and
Well, it's like,
England.
I always look at it like this. There's a lot of our friends, right? God bless, I know who I'm thinking of well, and all the people that you know well that have been very famous and nailed it. But we're all really part of it. You know,
Right.
Everybody's really part of it. I mean, it's not necessarily just being somebody's rock star.
right, and
That's the big
you know,
thing.
that's the unfortunate part of it. Like my father,
Yeah.
you know, he went so many years unless someone else said, you know, hey,
Yeah.
you know, this is Eric Burdon, or someone famous
Right.
brought up, this is how I started, this is why I started. You know, some of them were a little bit forgotten because of,
Well, he just played me that new record he did, like, last Christmas.
Oh, it's great.
And he came over at Christmas and said, I want to play it to you, 'cause I'm not sure about the mixes. Tell me
Right.
what you think. Which to me was very flattering. He's singing.
I mean, his voice.
And I sit and listen to it and I had a tear in my eye. Because he sounded exactly the same as the records I bought. And I'm going, damn, I'm so sure I don't like that.
Right.
Yeah, water.
I mean, he really got me, you know, because he's on himself. He knows exactly what his voice does, and he knows how to work it, and that's Eric, right? And I love that. You love him original. God loves him original.
Yes.
But all he goes on about is hell and war and bloody waters, because he knew all them guys.
Right.
It's amazing, you know.
I know, like, you know,
And John Legal, right?
unreal. I mean, all the things that he's
Yeah,
done.
so
I look back and I'm like, I just can't even believe that's
Yeah.
my dad. I mean, it brings a tear to my eye every time I hear Elsa the
And you never
Rising
get
Sun,
tired
you know.
of it. You never get tired of listening.
No.
No. Eric Burdon.
Right.
Well, these all them bands are like very simple in their arrangements, and I think they got a lot of those R&B arrangements. and stuck very close to them, which, you know, records were made very simply then.
Right.
They were made where everybody played.
No, recently, Dave Ross, his producer, and I had a chance to go out and interview Jefferson Starship, and I wasn't really familiar with the whole until I did all the research, and I was excited. You know, Dave Ross and I are driving over there, and I'm like, I'm gonna ask him about Monterey Pop Festival. He's like, but Monterey Pop Festival isn't really important. It was, you know, the other festival that was really important, Woodstock. And I'm like, but I need to know, you know.
That's not necessarily true.
What was it? What was so nostalgic that, you know, my dad wrote a song, you know, for Monterey Pop Festival,
Right.
which, you know, when I hear that, it takes me to that place. It takes me to that show, and I think of all those kids, you know, walking there, believing all in one
Yeah.
dream and
Well,
loving
in the
and
place-
living.
in the
Oh,
place
unbelievable.
Where it culminated. Like
And you know,
San Francisco, right?
I mean, think about it. Jimi Hendrix,
The Who.
you know, The Who, Eric Burdon,
All competing like crazy.
Grateful
Who's
Dead.
going to go on way? Oh,
and Janis Joplin didn't even. And I just heard this the other day. She didn't even have a record deal.
Nope.
She had not even recorded an album.
But after she sang, she didn't need to.
Are you kidding me?
She was
That is just
amazing.
what.
I was just
what else?
Everybody flew into that one. I mean,
That
you know,
is
people
just-
flew in like Brian Jones was the right. I mean, everybody was.
Yeah, and
well,
especially the American
Yeah,
music
right.
people were
It was a
there.
real coming together, and that was the first of those. You know, I missed that by 6 months.
Oh,
Right.
I saw that you did a few.
No, not that one.
You
no.
did
I
musical
did a lot of the
festival,
others.
though.
Yeah, I did. Well, no, I did Atlanta. After that was the Atlanta Pop Festival, which was 350,000 people.
But
And
still, it
I
was.
enjoyed it. That was enormous, and that
Of
was
course.
Jimmy did that, and a lot of the groups. It all spun off around the country, and everybody was getting in their VWs or whatever, painted like that, and they're all traveling like some convoy around the country. And a week before Woodstock was the Atlanta one.
Right.
And so everybody was talking. We did Atlanta, and at Woodstock we were booked for it, like everybody was booked. And the only reason we didn't do it, meaning myself, Jody Mitchell, and that is we were on top of the Pan Am building. You know, it's now the Herbalife building.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
But anyway, wait for the helicopters are taking off, and then they say the interstate is closed. Right, that was that. So the helicopter pilots shoved everybody for more money, went on strike. So consequently, even Joan, poor Jody, is sitting watching it on TV, and she wrote the song. Like
Wow.
Eric
For
That was-
Monterey, yeah.
that's what
I just
I
couldn't
like.
believe it.
Yeah.
So that was one of my questions to him. I was like, you know, Paul Kantner. I was like, you know.
Yeah, I saw the show. It was great. You did well.
You know, it was my first experience in that situation, and Dave Ross, our producer, was so excited to be there because that, you know, he loves that band. So he was the one that needed to be interviewing them because I was like, whoa. You know, I was born in 1974. By that time, what had happened in the world. But I mean, it was such a joy to be there, and that, you know, that history and just knowing that what they've done for the music business. Unbelievable.
Jefferson Starship.
Of course, I want to hear a story about them.
Terry Reid's funny
So
story. I like
here we
it.
go. This is it's true story. Truth, funny, and fiction.
I don't think you would tell
So-
any other story.
We were on
but a
tour.
true
We were on
story.
tour with the Rolling Stones. Okay, so in '96, and the Stones decided that we have to play Florida in the swamps. It's funky. That's dirty. Down in the swamps, right? The only thing is, the way it's 48 cities, and by the time you get through all this, it's winter in Florida. Now, I don't think we could been to Florida in the winter before because it's freezing cold.
Really?
So,
I didn't even-
It gets really cold.
I didn't
down
even know
there.
that.
Now we're in the swamps, right? We're out in these grassy areas. You
Right.
gotta get like 58,000 people, so you need a bit of room. And there's all dikes and things and all this. So when we're flying in on helicopters, right? So I'm on the I'm on the airplane.
He's even cracking himself up.
I'm on the airplane with the Starship. Let's
Yeah.
get it correct.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You're on the airplane
I'm
with
on the
Starship?
airplane with the Starship. And we get on, and he's supposed to drive me the drummer, right? And everybody's a little lit, say no reason, right?
Right.
They're all like, we got to get there on a certain time because they're on right before the Stones go on. Okay. So Well, we go down. We're on the helicopter. We get flying over the pad, supposedly, we were supposed to land. And we look down and all we see is grass going like this. And nothing. And we're like this far off the ground. So the guy says, don't jump, there's alligators in the swamps here. And of course everybody goes, oh, those swamps, right? So he pulls up again and moves over and finds another spot. He says, I think it's okay. Spencer Drive thinks he says it's okay. And jumps out of the helicopter and goes bloop and disappears. Goes bloop, he's hit one of the dikes. Now we're all thinking alligators, Spencer, big lunch, you know, here we go. So, and he goes down and we look out the helicopter like this. What do we do? And he comes up.
He's like, it's okay!
It was Paul Cantor.
With an AK-47.
No, it's Paul Cantor and Grace and everybody grabbed him by the hair, pulled him back onto the chopper, and he's in the water, and we sit him down, and he's like this. He didn't move. We thought he'd actually, he'd gone, right? So we kept pitching, he go, I'm okay. What's the first song? Something like that. And we went, uh-oh. And they went on and played. We finally got off the airplane and get to the stage. He gets on his on the drums, soaking wet, like this, right? And played the whole set.
That's a drum.
Well, there's a couple other things. I don't know what other chemicals he took, but I don't know what that was.
I'm sure it was harm.
It worked against hypothermia, put it that way.
You know, I've heard that you two are gonna play something for us today. Is that correct? You know, I could talk to you guys all night long. We would have so much fun. We need to get together, like outside of this. Yes, but besides that, I've heard that you guys are gonna perform something for us today. Is that correct?
I don't know. I didn't have any plans, but
Really?
do you want me to play something or what?
You know, I think you should. You know what I like? You know what I like? You know what I like? I like that song that said Too Many People in the World.
Oh yeah. What about Frankie Miller one?
You want to pick?
Medium's good.
Of course it's good.
We are. We're gonna get together.
Can I tune it?
Yeah, sure. It's got to
Can I tune it?
No, I mean,
any way you want.
You do whatever you want.
It's My Dog Has Fleas.
It's a ukulele.
won't after this. This will get rid of them.
You know, I spent an hour tuning that guitar.
Oh, is it yours?
Yeah. I brought this for Jerry. You're gonna love this.
I have to set it up for you. But
Here, do you want to? You need more room.
play this again. I'm gonna hang it on
We'll
the
probably
wall.
never get back in tune again.
You play it, and we'll make something up. Okay? You sing something. It's one we've been working on for a long time.
I was trying to find a simple change.
Ready? You want me to start it?
Yeah.
We're here together, working together. Terry Reid is the man. Terry Reid is the band. Take it.
That was so sweet.
Hey, my sweetheart.
Beautiful.
Sing with me, all right?